Hello YouTube. A few years ago, I made several videos about the mysterious island of Matua in the Kuril Island chain. It's really an enigmatic place, and now under the direct control of Russian military and military scientists. The Americans have been very interested in this island and wanted to have it under their control too. But Joseph Stalin offered them a bargain they could not accept. Why the Americans were so interested in this island? Well, that's another mystery. But I have my ideas. Imperial Japan controlled the island for years and built very complicated fortifications there on Matua. Nazis had been visiting the island even after they were crushed in May of 1945. In their submarines. There are reported entire underground floors on that island, strange airship, and much more, including the continuous attention from Japanese spies and saboteurs during the Soviet time. They really did not want this island to fall under the Soviet control, having hidden something very interesting inside the island. I ask you, please watch my videos. You will find them in the playlist about Matua. And I will put a link in the description to this video. You know, there's been very little information coming out. Now, there is an update, 2021, and November, December 2021. The Russians are very eager now to show that there is really nothing that is out of the ordinary on the island. But at the same time, they really fortified it recently to blow smoke, so to say. They have used their media, just as, you know, like other governments do. In this case, it was Komsomolskaya Pravda newspaper. And here is what that newspaper reported on Friday, December the 3rd. 5 years ago, the special forces, or that's how they refer to it, of Komsomolskaya Pravda visited this island together with a military geographical expedition and did not immediately understand its purpose. Moreover, it was not advertised. Officially, the expedition was trying to uncover the secrets of Matua Island. Indeed, by the beginning of the 21st century, colleagues and bloggers brought solid information about this island, continuously broadcasting fairy tales and just nonsense to the internet. The island, with an area of 52 square kilometers, could not contain so many secrets. In reality, again, we still continue with the newspaper. The island has always been uninhabited. Only a fragment of the Ainu tribe once lived near the sea lion rookery. There were no rivers on the island, and fish did not approach the shores due to volcanic activity. The 10,000 strong Japanese garrison of Matua was poorly supplied, lived half-starved, and surrendered without a fight to the Soviet landing in the summer of 1945. The man-made hill looks perfectly round only from one point. From others, a crooked hill of natural origin. Only a taxiway remains of the legendary airfield, and there are simply no thermal springs on the island. Immediately after the Great Patriotic War, our part of the air defense and the border guard stood on Matua, but in the 2000s the island was empty again. We did not immediately understand what were the military and geographers looking for on the island. It turned out that they were interested in completely ordinary things. How was the Japanese garrison supplied? Where were the berths? If the island has no natural base, and if there are no rivers and lakes on the island, where did 10,000 Japanese get water from? What is left in the tunnels blown up by the Japanese? The answer received with the help of sappers and military builders is nothing. Empty, rotten wooden supports and rusty cans. A little later, the commander of the expedition Deputy Commander of the Pacific Fleet, Vice Admiral Andrei Ryabukhin, told reporters of Komsomolskaya Pravda the following: "The Kuril Ridge is a natural defensive line. If there is no garrison on one of the islands, the whole defense system loses its meaning." In 2016, Matua Island was the very hole in the defense, and it needed to be plugged urgently. Already in September, after the completion of the expedition, the first garrison stood on the island. Then there appeared on Matua a military camp, warehouses, garages, life support systems, roads. And now, quoting the press release of the Pacific Fleet of the Russian Federation, calculations of the Bastion coastal complex have been deployed on Matua for the first time. On this remote island, the rocketmen will carry out a round-the-clock watch to monitor the adjacent water area. The mystical secrets of Matua were replaced by simple and strict military secrets. So that's it for Komsomolskaya Pravda. Now, I want to tell you about the new missile system the Russians are using there. Now Moscow deploys nuclear-capable missile system in the Pacific near Japan. It can target surface ships. And in my opinion, the most important characteristics it has, it can target UFOs and USOs. The Bastion P, also called K300P, is a designated coastal defense system. A battery of this portable system that has been in the Russian service from 2010 consists of 4 mobile launchers, a command and control vehicle, a support vehicle, and 4 transloaders. The launchers can be placed as far as 15 miles, 25 kilometers from the command vehicles, or can even be operated remotely. With combat duty support, the launcher vehicles can remain on active standby for up to 30 days. When moved to a new location, the vehicle can fire at a target within 5 minutes, using its vertical launcher, while it also offering the option to dispense both missiles with an interval of 5 seconds. Okay? The Bastion P uses a P-800 Yakhont anti-ship cruise missiles that have a range of up to 186 miles, so 300 kilometers. The 2-stage missile uses a solid fuel booster for initial acceleration that it ejects after the burnout and switches to a liquid fuel ramjet in its second stage to achieve supersonic speeds. It's a tough weapon. The missile uses satellite guidance for its first stage and an active radar as it approaches its target. With capabilities to skim above the sea surface, it approaches its target at a minimum altitudes, while also retaining maneuvering abilities even at supersonic speeds. The missile can carry conventional or nuclear warheads up to 550 pounds, 250 kilograms, and can also be used against land-based targets if needed. It's a tough weapon. Once again, I'll reiterate that in my opinion, there is no credible conflict between the superpowers. But there is an ongoing plan to improve terrestrial defenses, especially in the areas of high UFO sightings and encounters. I have demonstrated in my books and my videos what is going on in the area of the Kuril Islands, and Sakhalin and Kamchatka. As for Matua, just remember the small island not far from it, Rashua, in the adjacent waters of that island. Strange ruins had been sighted. It's a very interesting area. Someday we will find out what the Russians have discovered on the island of Matua. I hope. By the way, I have also attached the official video from the Russian Ministry of Defense. So it's very interesting how they use the media to blow smoke, so to say, but definitely something is going on. It would be interesting to find out again why the United States wanted to get control of that particular island. That means that American intelligence knew something about what's going on, or maybe more than something, in the area. But Stalin's Secret Service, there were no fools too. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll find out someday more about Matua, but there are things that are going on in that area of the world, and it behooves to keep your eyes on that if you're interested in UFOs and USOs. I thank you those who support my research, and I ask if you can, please do, to the links you'll find in the description to this channel. Please subscribe to my channel, tell others. Thank you.